Welcome back to the channel. So what I have in front of you is a Glock 43. You guys are familiar with that. What I also have in front of you is two magazines. Okay, look a little bit different, right? Well, what's the one thing people are griping about? It's the Glock 43 and it's the capacity. 6+1's low. I get it. It is low. So I have in front of me is a Pearce +1 extension, enabling this to be 7 rounds. And then I have a MaGguts +2, enabling this to be 8 rounds. So essentially what you're getting in a MaGguts is 8+1, which is giving you 9 rounds out of a Glock 43. And what you're getting out of a Pearce is 6+1, so that's 7. I mean, add another one in the chamber, you're getting 8 rounds. And let me tell you something. It's not adding any bulk to the gun whatsoever. So those of you who are familiar with the Glock 43, in the box, you do get a pinky extension. However, it's not a +1. Pearce has a +1 pinky extension that fits the profile of the regular pinky extension that comes with the Glock 43. I'm not sure why Glock didn't do it, but I'm just going to show you something here. The gun's unloaded for all of you, but that is the same profile of the regular pinky extension that the Glock 43 comes with. It doesn't add any length, it doesn't add any bulk, and it gives you +1. Why would you not consider that? I don't know. It's really cheap too. The Pearce +1, you can find on eBay, you can find, I think, Brownells, you can find it anywhere online, and they're cheap. I mean, you're not spending more than 20 bucks. Honestly, all said and done, if you can find it on eBay, you're not spending more than 12 to 15. So that gives you +1, okay? All it does is change out your base plate. It doesn't change out anything else. No, just your base plate, okay? Now, what I have here is your MaGguts. I want to show you something. Let me put the Pearce +1 back in the gun, okay? Okay, Pearce +1, I don't have very big hands. Okay. MaGguts +2. Watch this. This is pretty interesting. Look at that. It's actually shorter than the Pearce +1, and it gives you 2 extra rounds. It adds a little bit of length to the gun from your factory just standard base plate, but from this to the Pearce +1, it's actually shorter. And it gives you 2 extra rounds. Now, this does come with the follower that you install. And it does come with a new spring. And obviously your new base plate. So I want to show you something real quick. For those of you who are wondering, how is it loading? Can you really get 8 rounds into this? And I will say, right off the bat, 8 rounds fit perfectly in this. Okay? And I also want to show you something too. This is a Gen 2 magazine, okay? This is a Gen 2 magazine. There's reports about the Pearce +1 not working with the Gen 2s. I didn't have to trim off any tabs. I didn't have to do any trimming whatsoever, and it fit plus the +1. So let me do the Pearce +1, okay? So standard is 6 rounds, right? Bear with me here. We're gonna do the count. 1. My hands are cold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky. Look, 6, right? 6. Wait, but wait. That 7th round was a little tricky at first getting in, but once it's broken in, now it's gonna be funny on me. Oh man, right for the video, right? There's 6. There's 7. Right? 7 rounds. So here we go. I want to show you something too. At first, it was a little difficult getting this magazine to click off in there, but you saw that right there. A little bit of pressure, it goes right in, okay? It was tricky at first getting it off in the gun, but it's broken in now, the spring. You know, this was a new gun to me, and I've just put on the Pearce +1, so no break-in for the magazine at all when I've installed this, and so it was a little tricky, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pearce +1. Go out and get it if you want to. But if you have the money, honestly, I think that the MaGguts is the way to go. It's a little bit more expensive. I think you're looking at $30+, but if you're gonna spend the money, the MaGguts is where it's at because you get 2 additional rounds for the same footprint as the Pearce +1, and it's actually shorter than the Pearce +1. So I'm gonna show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me get my additional round. 8. 8 rounds. I'm going to show you once again inserting the magazine to the gun. Goes perfect. Okay, once again, that's it. No shoving it off in there, no jamming it off in there, no hitting it. It inserts just fine. And honestly, it inserts a little bit easier than the Pearce +1. So, I ask you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one would you prefer? If money's an option, money's not an option, I'm sorry. MaGguts +2. If your budget, you know, I understand it, grab your Pearce +1 or grab them both. Anyways, let me know in the comments. You know, there's your MaGguts follower. I think you can't go wrong with either one of them, but my choice, my winner, if you're worried about capacity, is the MaGguts +2. So, thanks for tuning in.